Hey everyone, this is Yoshida, and I want to get into my budget, okay? I have I got a new Erin Condren, the Deluxe, and I bought it basically to do my bills. So I've kind of already filled this part in for the month. And this is what I was using prior to. And these stickers I made myself. So when I printed my second set of stickers, this is how they came. And February didn't cut out well. So needless to say, I'm going to go ahead. Let me just flip this over. I'm going to go ahead and just start. This part came out okay. So I'm going to start here. And that's the thing, I didn't have the measurements for the Erin Condren. So these are a little bit longer, and they were mainly meant for my other thing there. So we're going to cut a little bit. So now I have the Erin Condren, I can make my own measurements. And you know, I didn't want to ask around, but I did. I'm not for sure if I Googled or not. I can't say that I did. Okay, so I'm going to kind of fill this in. This was week 1. I'm going to slide that there. Here, since I messed up that top part, I'm just going to write it in February weekly budget, because that's what it is. Okay, so basically what I did was I went ahead and filled in this last week of what I thought, you know, I made. So let's come into week 2, and I'm gonna go into my everyday planner. So what I did this week, let me tell you, I can snatch this out now, and this is very helpful. So what I've been doing is I keep this paper here. I took some little note paper and slide it up. I took some note paper, basically just punch some holes in it so I can kind of jot down what I make every day. Let me see if I can zoom in some more. Okay, I'm all zoomed in. And each day, because I don't do that many people, I just put in what they gave me, if it was a tip, and then so I hope I'm close enough. So what I did here was, these are the tips. This is the income that I made per day. So I wrote down each day. Wednesday, February 6th, I made $185. Thursday, February 7th, I made $254. Friday, February 8th, I made $130. So each day, I wrote on each day, each person, then I added up at the end of the day, and I brought it over to my little notepad. And that was easier for me to keep up with. And then I also put the tip that I earned that day. I hope you all can see. So I totaled it up at the end of the week, and I was looking so forward to the end of the week because I was like, okay, those are looking good. And to me, I personally think adding my income daily and keeping track of what I'm making is really bringing in income. Well, it's not bringing it in, but it's like keeping me more focused on not spending. And so Saturday, which was today, I made $2.95 and my tips were $35 in tips. So at the end of the week, I made $79 in tips. So this is what I'm kind of supposed to be saving, is my tips plus 100. Well, I didn't quite meet that mark. I basically definitely saved the tips, but the 100 I didn't. So we'll get into that when we do the cash envelopes. Let me see my time. Dang. So this is what I made for the week, $864, $79. So here's some of my expenses. I tried to put most of them down, but I didn't get them all. But basically, I spent $210 like on my booth rent. Supplies, I spent $55. And then I spent $162. Oh, that was with, it's in my book, but a bunch of things I spent added up to $162.59, and then I spent like $10.02 at 7-Eleven. One day I remember to put that down. Okay, so this is week 2. So week 2, from hair, I guesstimated, well, after last week I was only guesstimating $700. Okay, but I actually made $864, really 61, but I'm gonna leave it 64. And so basically I was up by $164 of my guesstimation. Okay, I sold something on Poshmark this week, so I'll put down that. Posh, I made $33.60. I was guesstimating, oh shoot, Lord have mercy, Jesus. I guesstimated 0, but I made $33.60, so I'm gonna bring the $33.60 up. From my Pure Romance business, I had estimated nothing because I knew I wasn't doing anything, so that's 0. But I actually sold one thing for $21.20, so that was up $21.20. I'm trying to think. No, I didn't do nails this week, so that's that. So my total income was estimated was $700. I thought that's all I was gonna make, but when actuality, I made $864 plus $33.60 plus $21.20 plus, so I made $918.80. And so I basically was up this week by 164 plus 3360 plus 2120. $218 that I wasn't expecting to make. So what this is doing is helping me to see basically what could be saved. So like all of that really could have been saved. So I basically should have had $218 saved. So that's pretty much it as far as budgeting money. So while we're at it, let me see my time at 13:09. So that was pretty much this week's budget. I will break down the expenses and things like that if you want to see like the expenses of what I did, but I pretty much have them. I know I spent $55 on supplies, and I try, if I don't have to get anything, I don't. I used to just spend $600 and just stock up on all the stuff. Nobody would come, or I wouldn't use it, and then it would just sit. So now I buy kind of accordingly, knowing what I have, so, or what I'm low on, and so that's where I'm at. So I spent $55 on products. I spent $210 on booth rent. So I'm gonna have to make another expenses page. And yeah, so that was it. And I went out to eat a couple of times this week, which I'm trying to cut back on, but I failed. So that is this week's budget. Like I said, last week I didn't make what I thought I made, what I was going to make. So next week I'm projecting, starting here, so being that I made this $864, basically $918, next week I have a couple of Pure Romance sales I know that I'm going to do. I'm going to still stick at like 700. I'm going to put 700 because I was doing 1,000 and wasn't thinking. So for week 3, I'm going to guesstimate 700 from hair, Pure Romance, because I have to place an order. I'm going to estimate 80. Posh is kind of hard, so I'm not going to add that in. So basically that is my budget. My next video, if I had the time, I would add the envelopes to this, but I'll just make a separate video for the envelopes. Okay, thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.